voice in my head.
And then I'm like,
sorry, can you just repeat that?
I got so much ACD that I'm like, why is there a gap between the 3 and the R?
Oh, you have? I didn't notice that.
So you've gone and
So I took it off and put it back on.
wow. Oh my god.
You'd hear it echoing off the petrol station.
There goes Chris. Yeah, it's true.
Can you feel a difference already?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I mean, like you said, Chris walked away from you at the track day.
Oh, yeah, we both hit it on the rolling start and he did 2.5 lengths on me.
Yeah.
2.5 lengths. I was filthy.
His car with the E85
Yep.
is unbelievable. It's
Yeah.
completely ridiculous.
And I thought, I think this is going to be pretty quick. So my tuner is custom tuner, and he said that he tracked the power from the APR stage 2 ethanol versus 98 RON.
Yeah.
And he said same power all the way up to 5,000.
Yeah.
And then it changes, and I thought, oh, I'll give him a good run. But in the real world,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think all the tuners, and they can dyno everything, as much as they want, but there's just something about an API tune. I don't know what it is, but every time I see cars with API tunes,
Well, they're saying mine will be quicker on ethanol than an APR stage 2 ethanol.
I think
So they reckon
there's only
these
one
run
way
a little bit more.
to see, isn't there? Yep, pulls hard, and it really is. This feels very responsive, like really responsive.
Yeah, so on fuel, it's still not bad. Like, you could do E85 because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But you could easily not do it and still really enjoy it.
And that's the thing, I guess, is part of the tune for me is that I've gotten in enough trouble already as it is with stock power.
See, I'm thinking no. I'm thinking maybe not because no, because like if I go to a pump and there's no ethanol, my wife will kill me. she will crack it. I was going to show you some cornering on these tyres.
Don't show me too much.
No. So that's just all quattro.
Yeah, that handles quite well.
Yeah, so that's just quattro, no traction either.
Oh wow.
That's all turned off because once you learn how your quattro works, you rely on that.
Have you got it fully off, or have you just got it
Fully off.
You got it fully off.
Yep.
I didn't notice almost any intervention when I went to the track on mine with it on sport mode. Like I had
Just one turned off.
just one
Yeah.
press, because that it was still going to the corners and I was still getting like 4-wheel push, as in like it wasn't understeering, it wasn't oversteering, but you could feel it like starting to scrub. Then again, you're talking about the stock Pirellis on it, so the limits are probably substantially lower.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was really disappointed with those P0s, and I wasn't, because I used to drive around with traction control on and everything, and it's a phenomenal car, and I think as an outfit, with all your traction on, you're not going to come unstuck in the wet.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I started to do track days that it really showed where they lacked, where they really let the car down. But again, I think there's a lot said for yours. I think stock is still so nice.
It's a very different kind of experience. Like this kind of thing's already, you can feel it's so raw, and it does feel modified in a good way. Like it doesn't feel harsh or anything, because most people they get a modified car and the suspension's just insane. And it's
Yeah, and this is H&R Springs, feels very similar, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
I can't even tell the difference, honestly. Like I got actually
that's
going around the corner, it felt flatter than normal.
Yeah, okay.
But it doesn't feel any more uncomfortable. So that's quite impressive. Just want to see what it's like with the windows down in terms of sound. That crack is substantially louder.
Oh, they have some bickies, don't they?
Yeah.
This should sound good coming under this bridge, actually.
You hear the reflective sound is so loud.
Yeah, through here, it's great. but then ethanol. 2.5 cars, and you think this is fast, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh.
They're different styles of.
So what does that feel like? That must really be sickening then, hey? When you.
It's actually scary. Like I've been in some quick cars. I mean, obviously, I've been in a number of RS3s, and they're quite quick. My cousin's got a very quick HQU that's not really a HQU, and that's quick and scary. But being all drive, it just pulls, and it pulls so hard, and yeah.
Well, I can launch this, and you won't get the tyre screech at all.
The traction control in these is just amazing. I mean, I've done launch control in the wet in my car, and it does it in like 4.2 seconds. It's insane.
Yeah, well, I only drive, again, with this all off in the wet, I drive exactly the same as I am now, and I've just gotten used to it, pushing it into corners. I know how it reacts. It doesn't react hardly at all.
Yeah, this really actually has a similar feel in terms of grip to weight ratio as my 86 does when it's got good tyres. So most of the time I run really shitty tyres in my 86 because the fun is the lack of grip. But when you got good tyres in the 86, because it's so light, it doesn't take that much grip to really hook it up.
So we should talk about tyres for a bit.
Yeah.
P0s versus these Michelins, right?
Yeah.
So P0s under high speed and driving flat, they're very solid. You're sitting on the road solid. Where you go to Michelin, the 4Ss, and it feels a bit light on its feet. Do you know what I mean? It feels a little bit, and you're like,
it almost feels a little jellyish.
Yeah,
Like, it
and
doesn't feel as direct.
But for the track, and then so I had to get 2,000 kilometres on them before they settled in. And then they stopped doing that, just light, too twitchy. They were too responsive, would be the word.
Yeah.
For a track, perfect, but on the road, they were just too...
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I think I don't know if you noticed on most RS3s, the inside of the front just wears out really bad.
Yeah, and these wear better.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. Everyone is saying
But
that
they
the
have to.
Pirelli's just... Yeah, because there's so much
Track
tread on them,
balance.
yeah. But yeah, everyone says that the Pirelli's just like... the insides get destroyed. I saw another guy on YouTube who was complaining about going through so many tyres. I'm like, what are you talking about? Mine look fine.
Yeah.
And then I actually looked at the shoulder, the inside shoulder, and it was like down to the canvas.
Yeah. So I did one track day on mine, and I straight away bought a brand new set. Because I'm like, these are gone. But it was only on the outside.
Yeah, right.
They just don't wear well. And I don't think they give you the grip to justify them wearing down so quick either.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, if they were, crazy sticky tyres, then you'd be like, okay, fair enough. I'm only going to get like 3,000 Ks out of these. But what did I get out of mine? I got like 10,000 Ks out of mine. I took mine on the track 3 times total, I think. And I went to the drags twice.
I saw you
couple
when you did
times.
that drag one. Did you enjoy it?
Which
when
one?
you were doing the straight line?
At the drags?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's more fun than you expect. Because I've never really been a drags kind of person, because my cars have all been low power but good handling. And I'm like, whatever, drags are just pointless. It's not even that fun. And especially in terms of skill, there is no skill. Like, there isn't. You see, anybody could get in an RS3 and send it down the quarter mile in a 12, no problem.
For sure, but I think on the track there's skill, and what I've learned is
for sure,
heavy into braking,
Yeah.
squeeze the throttle, don't flatten your foot.
Yeah, no. You got to smoothness is key for performance. Yeah, I see what's about to happen here. Yes, it's got more grip.
Oh, way more grip.
I was about to say,
Yeah, the grip's phenomenal. I won't push what I'm not, what you're not comfortable with.
yeah. That's pushing it. It's got a very linear torque curve in this, I think. I think that's probably the biggest difference between this and Chris's car. Chris's builds, it just keeps ramping up. I think
Even in petrol or on ethanol?
Oh, on ethanol. On petrol, it's probably about the same.
Yeah.
But with eth, it just keeps pushing you back. So you just keep going like back. Whereas this, it pushes into a spot and you just stay there.
So you reckon if you could do it and you've gone this far, there's no point stopping, you'd go ethanol, would you? Because I got pumps right near me, and it's not. I live 5 minutes from work, so I only drive this to and from work.
Yeah.
If I go,
I would go ethanol for sure, and I'd get a jerry can and just make sure you got a bit, just in case.
At home?
Yeah, just in case you need it.
Oh, I'll get it. But next for me, before ethanol, is going to be air intake. I'm going to do the same as him, and that little throttle body thing that he was talking about. Because I looked at the stock one and saw photos of the inside of the new ones, and they're just so polished.
Yeah. The stock one's got some weird lumps and weird spots.
Yeah.
You got to wonder. Oh, here we go. He's just giving you space. I think,
So I look at his.
Under that throttle, that sounds amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was better before. Like, it's got a massive resonator about this long.
Yeah,
in
right.
one of the mid pipes.
And you think that's creating some of the sound?
Well, no. It's softening it. I put that in there because it was too loud. If we didn't have that, this right now is phenomenal. It's like, what? Yeah. It sounds stunning, like stunning under load. This is like a really docile version of it, but I had to do it because you could hear me
for a while.
Yeah. Like, just so far away.
To be fair, I really think even the stock ones you can hear from pretty damn far away. So,
and the worst thing was cold start. Cold start is like nothing. Probably the most horrible sound I've ever heard in my life without that in there.
The stock cold start is not too bad. Like, it's loud, but it's...
No, yeah, I can live with the
nice.
stock. Yeah.
But, just from hearing the startup, the warm startup, crack pops, it must be insane. So you've done a custom yourself. You've kind of asked for what you're after.
Well, no, I got the full titanium exhaust with my mid pipes there.
Yeah.
And then it was too loud, and so I've gone back and I put 2 resonators instead of the mid pipes.
Yeah, right.
And then it was too quiet. It was like driving around with a pillow over the exhaust. And so I said, well, let's try take one out. So I got one piece of stainless steel mid pipe, and then beside it is just a resonator, and it's just created a good happy medium.
Okay, so right, because you're talking about you don't mean like 2 in sequence. As in parallel, you've got
parallel, yeah. So off the turbo,
I noticed that.
right off the turbo, it comes down into 2.
Yeah, splits into 2.
Yeah, splits into. So one's a resonator and one's a bit of stainless.
That's cool.
And then it goes into your single titanium all the way back.
Yeah.
So even now, I used to, when I first had the car and my S3, I never took the traction control off on the S3.
Yep.
And even
they're very front bias. They drive like a front-wheel drive car, basically.
But I understand the car now. Like, I've pushed it to points where, people get... I'm not... Especially these tyres. So I still would drive with that no problem.
Yeah.
The only time I'd turn it off is if I was driving slow. And I haven't gone, I'm going to drive hard and just don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you haven't scared me yet, which is good. But I also don't want you to start too much.
So you're going to do all these? Yeah, I'll just blow it.
You got 2 guys that are more hyper. Have you met 2 guys more hyper about cars in your life?
Exact opposite. He's like, training. Yours we get a wash now. It's good.
Awesome.
No, it's inside, but you're right. I should have parked it outside.
I laugh. Yeah, because he's like, look at this tiny bit of stuff on my car, and you go, have a look at mine.
Yeah, it's what.
I'll do it for you.
Sure.
Nothing to do with hippie over the moon if we got our hands
That's why I just started filming then, because
imagine both of us.
You're both just sitting there going, I do this to clear the interior, I do this to clear the interior. I'm like, I just don't.
Oh, you are bad. Sorry. God.
You're bad, dude. I have a mat on the mat. How much easier it is to clean when you got that. You just go in one bit.
Sorry,
you're freaking having someone sit in you, aren't you? You're freaking.
A little bit, but I know you're clean, so it's
I'm clean. I won't put finger. You got dust on things.
Yeah, I don't even hold mine now. I hold it here or here.
Yeah.
You guys are different people to me.
I don't even drive with the windows down.
Yeah, no, you should do that.
I do now.
Come on.
Yeah,
I never used to.
I'm actually gonna just don't leave without me, but I'm gonna get the cold stuff. That is a bit louder than stock. Yeah, yours is louder.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be louder on the inside.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different.
I'm going to move his chair. Watch, he's in 3. I nipped your chair in a bit. I nipped it in a bit. You might have had to nip mine back a bit. Can I move your revision mirror?
Yeah. Individual sports. You have yours in.
No, go dynamic.
Dynamic?
And you know how to do everything else.
Yeah.
See, it sounds a bit.
Hear it.
Sounds a bit like a truck though, eh?
Yeah, but it just sounds really tuned, and that's a good thing. It's different. I mean, I understand, I appreciate kind of both sounds, you know what I mean?
You think you're not going to be nervous and it's going to feel like your car?
Yeah.
It still feels like someone else's.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I mean. Like, it's when I drove it, it's an uncanny feeling because it's the same as yours, but it's not yours.
This feels tight. Yeah, well, it's just nice sweeping bends. I prefer that than to some really tight stuff.
See, I'm more of you're really tight twisties, like because you can't hit the speeds that you're gonna.
Yeah. It's more driver.
It's more about you can appreciate a lot of the car without doing like crazy stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like I think I don't mind high speed cornering on a track where I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get in trouble here, and
yes, but on the road. But you've had your ticket, so it's very. That was a real sucker punch too. Yeah, he just went.
And that's the thing, like, you know how you say, oh, I don't do it very often, and then you said you did some other stuff that we won't talk about. But like, I don't ever. The only time I like really open the car up is either when it's tight and twisty and you're not going to go crazy speeds, or if I'm on a track or a drag strip. That's when I'm like really on it. To Summit. So remember you have P0s.
What's that, sorry?
Remember that you have P0s, not your PS4Ss.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm not going to go too fast.
Yeah.
I think that's quicker. I think this is quicker than mine.
I think you need a that's pushing it.
No, that's not pushing it yet.
No, but remember the difference in tyres, dude. I know I'm just like a passenger and you've got that whole passenger thing happening, but
no, it's because I do a lot of track work, that's all.
Yeah.
So I haven't pushed it yet, but yeah, they are those tyres. That's about 5. That's 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I know.
No, it is young being a passenger. I don't like being back on the P0s. They feel docile and I don't feel safe in the corners. The corners give you so much more confidence, where straight away I'm doing those and...
I mean, I'm probably not helping going...
Do you like that tune? Corey's like having your wife with you. He's telling me to slow down. I'll give it a little squirt, but not too much.
Yeah, I was going to say, give it a good first squirt, but be aware, because it really kicks off at about 6 from what I've seen. It's quick.
The tyres, yuck.
Yeah.
The tyres are yuck. Yeah, I don't like the tyres. Yeah, the tyres.
Oh, dude.
This with like tyres.
Sorry, man, but...
This with tyres.
Oh, man, now you're scaring me.
We haven't braked yet.
I know. Just...
The tyres, again, being back on the tyres, makes you feel a bit more...
On the edge?
Yeah. They just feel that little bit, they're just not stuck.
Yeah. No,
That's phenomenal. Those tyres, you would not feel like that. That's why I'm like, that's about a 5 out of 10.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
But these brake a lot harder than you think.
Oh, yeah.
Because I do a lot of Audi track days as well, and they teach you your braking and how much harder they brake.
So for me, it's not your straight line braking, it's the overcrest around a corner braking.
Let's be honest, it's being a passenger just sucks.
It is absolutely, yeah. That sound is unbelievable. Mental. Sounds amazing.